a
was
new cable
10
modem.
hours.
Was it
Everything's
10 hours
looking
this
good
space?
there.
And they
'Cause
let
I
a lot of
jumped in-
people
Looks
in.
like we are
because I
getting on
jumped
the
in just to
restream.
add context for the
We
whole
are
like
at
Rudy
medium.
Giuliani Lev Parnas part. So I
We are
jumped in, I
pulling
left 'cause
in
I, like,
fine,
said my-
so they're coming
was on
in
there for
fine. So
hours,
we
and I was
may
like, all right, I
actually
gotta
get
do
this
other
to the
stuff now.
point of where I want it to
And then I came back on
And
later, and I
then-
happened to just come right in when Lev Parnas was telling Kim.com, who is a
Really?
Putin supporter.
be. Seriously?
it was
Tim.com was there?
Yeah.
Jesus.
He's always there. And it's so Lev.
Yeah,
It
these
was
people are
amazing
crazy.
to hear everyone just shut the fuck up on that call.
Well, hey,
Right.
let me ask you. At that point,
Right.
was
Yeah, this is-
was it Ed or Brian in the room? Do you remember?
I've gone
Ed-
in a
Ed
couple of
was in the
times,
room
and
in that
I
time, I
last
think.
Ed
about
was in the
2
room
to
because
3 minutes.
I'm on. Oh, okay. So
Brian
Yeah,
was
the
in
last time
earlier,
I walked
Ed
in,
came
I walked in
or might have
right
Ed
as,
was-
tell the
as,
audience
as
about Ed and Brian
Sebastian was
because
talking.
they were in the room.
And I
but
think
I'm
I
trying to
lasted
get
all
either
of
Ed or Brian
45
because they wrote a
seconds
story
because I'm
this
just
morning
like,
about what happened in the room with
Right.
Lev
all I wanted to
Parnas
do
and the
was
Hunter
scream,
Biden
"You are
laptop
full of
bullshit.
So
shit."
Ed and Brian, they're twins. I guess just let back on Twitter not too long ago. They became well known for a lot of reasons. One of them was they would always be like one of the first people to reply to Trump when he would post on.
Actually,
Oh,
I'm going to have
yes,
Ed right
yes,
now.
yes,
Got Ed
yes,
right now.
yes, I
Great. I'm
remember that.
going to try to
I
get
remember
him on
that.
here in just a second.
So basically, yeah. So just to quickly give you a backstory, I came in.
Looks like it's going good.
Basically, shut down
Good.
the conversation.
Right,
Everyone
because
tried
I just
to
wanna
push
make
all
sure
these
it's also stable, too.
Ukraine conspiracy theories and things
Because
about
it was
him.
not
And
as
he was like, I don't know
stable
where you're getting this
before,
news.
and now
But
I
I can tell you
believe we are
straight up,
much more
right now,
stable.
from my own experience, this is
We
not
are
true.
a lot easier.
And then they started to
We're
push
more
other
even.
conspiracies of like Trump evicted him from a condo. He's like, I don't know where you got that, but I've never been evicted from a condo from Trump. My son doesn't work for Mike Pence or never tried to work for Mike Pence. But it was this woman who's like a right-wing kind of journalist.
Database
who was saying,
reliability
like,
engineer.
I have people close by. He's like, okay, well,
Whatever.
I'm telling you right now that that's not true. So if you were a good journalist or a good reporter, you would do due diligence and you would figure out exactly who these sources were. He's like, can you tell me the sources? Can you verify this stuff? Can you show me proof? And then this is when this bombshell dropped. He talks about a video between him. It's like a Zoom Skype call between him and Rudy Giuliani. And Ed is here now.
No,
I
think
got
we're
Ed
gonna be
here
good.
now.
I think we're good.
So
Yeah.
let's see if Ed
it's
can
just a
tell us
different
about what
world
was happening in the room when
you
Lev
actually have
said this, and
everything
him and his brother
stable and
written a
everything
story
can
on
run
this
medium,
today. So
and
Ed,
nobody's
welcome
running
to
into
the
each
Tony
other.
Michaels podcast. I appreciate you joining us. Last
There we
minute
go,
here, we're
Michael.
talking about you in this room and what you were hearing that Lev Parnas. But tell us about your story and tell us about what the hell he was saying about the Hunter Biden laptop and why it's significant to Rudy Giuliani.
Yeah, so I mean, for those who don't know, Parnas was working with Rudy Giuliani back in 2017 through 2019 when they split ways. And Parnas was arrested. He was arrested because for multiple things. It had to do with Ukraine and also had to do with some business dealings he was making. He ended up going to prison. He's now
I was not expecting this to come along here, so forgive me. I'm just
convicted of wire fraud and making false statements.
These guys.
Didn't he plead guilty?
What we're going to do is we're going to go
convicted.
between shows like
guilty,
this.
right?
Yeah, he pled guilty, and it was actually in regards to money that he essentially funneled
maybe
to
doing a game
Trump
or two while we're talking about
it was Russian money that was he said it was commingled with his money and then transferred to Russia. He also claimed he transferred money to Ron DeSantis and other politicians as well. He said he's going to release more information on that and proof and evidence of it at a later date. But getting back to the whole Hunter Biden laptop scenario,
there is no Hunter Biden laptop
took place there. He said that he was asked by Trump and Giuliani to go find dirt on Hunter Biden about Burisma, about the prosecutor general, Victor Shokin. He ended up saying that he didn't actually find dirt, and he actually debunked it all, and it wasn't true. Shokin wasn't ever investigating Burisma, for those who are familiar with that story. But as far as the laptop goes, Giuliani found out, I think it was in June of 2019, they were Parnas, Giuliani, and a Russian asset that Parnas isn't yet ready to name were having dinner, and that Russian asset informed Parnas and Giuliani that this laptop existed and that Hunter Biden was actually drugged by the FSB and the founder of Burisma He was drugged, provided prostitutes, and then his laptop was stolen. And this took place, according to Parnas, in Kazakhstan. Biden was going to Kazakhstan to meet a minister. I think when he said minister, it's like a minister of defense. I believe it might have even been, that minister may have been the founder of Burisma, because he's also a minister in Ukraine, or was at the time. And this happened in June of 2019. In October of 2019, Parnas was boarding a flight to Vienna, and Giuliani was supposed to meet them there as well. Parnas and his partner, Igor Fruman, were boarding this plane.
Now you're going to have to fast forward,
including Brazil and India. So China is trying to present itself as kind of a new force, standing up against the Western powers and the Western order. China and many of these other countries that are emerging much stronger economically and politically feel that they're having to abide by the rules made by the United States and some of the European countries. And they feel that they should have a say in the so-called bylaws of the country club. And they feel they really resent the heavy-handedness and the dominance of the United States and the European countries in terms of so much of world affairs.
Ambassador, what are you expecting from a meeting between Zelensky and Xi?
Well, I think they have to do it. It's a matter of show.
Sorry about that. Had to just get that out of the way right quick. And now we'll come back to what they were saying.
If there is a fucking Zoom call that exists of Rudy Giuliani talking about Lev Parnas, about Hunter Biden's laptop, and how they're going to make this into let me tell you something. I don't give a fuck about indictments. I want to see that video. That's the video I want to see. Ed, can you get us this video? Can you get us
so number one, Giuliani was actually in the Twitter space as well, but it was before that.
Much later.
And then the video, there's a video that Parnas claims to have of the prosecutor general in Ukraine basically admitting that he was never investigating Burisma. And he was telling this to Giuliani and Parnas on tape. So that's some evidence that he claims he has. He also claims to have text messages from various people. He said he got a letter in prison from or jail.
Okay, so we're almost at 10 minutes.
Did he talk about that already?
Going to be fine.
No, but it was a postcard.
For the show,
I remember.
Yeah, a postcard from the White House from Trump and Giuliani saying, "Don't talk, you'll be okay." And then the next day, I believe it was the next day or soon thereafter, Trump's personal attorney, John